Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. This is VKM. Welcome to Electron Chemistry Center. And let's uh, let's move to the session. In the last session, we had discussed about phosphorus as well as under the compounds of phosphorus, phosphine we had discussed. Is it correct? And hope you have revised those topics also. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about a very important topic from the phosphorus, that is oxo acids, or you can say oxy acids of phosphorus. Oxy acids of phosphorus. Similarly, we will discuss oxy acids of sulfur also in group 16 elements. Understood? So let's talk about those oxy acids or oxo acids of the phosphorus. So we have different oxo acids like hypophosphorus acid, hypophosphorus acid, which is having formula H3PO2. Second one we have phosphorus acid, phosphorus acid. We have formula H3PO3. Phosphoric acid, H3PO4. It is also called as orthophosphoric acid. Okay. Next, metaphosphoric acid, metaphosphoric acid. Formula HPO3. Okay. And pyrophosphorus acid, H4P2O5. Pyrophosphorus and pyrophosphoric acid. Next one we have pyrophosphoric acid, which is having formula H4P2O7, which is having formula H4P2O7. So these are the major oxy acids of the phosphorus. Another acids like hypophosphoric acid also there, H4P2O6, but these are the major oxy acids we have for phosphorus. We will be discussing in today's session, right? Especially their structure and oxidation states and its basicity and the reducing character. These are the most important points for oxy acids of phosphorus. Okay, let's talk about oxy acids of phosphorus. Before that, I'll be erasing this ink. Okay. In oxy acids, if you observe it, phosphorus is tetrahedrally surrounded by other atoms. In all of these oxy acids, if you observe that, phosphorus is tetrahedrally surrounded by the other atoms. Like if you take phosphorus, phosphoric, as well as hypophosphorus acid having formula H3PO2. In any of these oxy acids of phosphorus, right, in those oxy acids, phosphorus is tetrahedrally surrounded by other atoms. General structure, if you observe it, for many of the oxy acids, all these acids contain at least one PO bond and one POH bond. At least one PO bond and one POH bond is present. So pH bonds may or may not be present. pH bonds may or may not be present. You need to understand that. So if POH bonds are there, the hydrogen which is present in this POH bond can be ionized. It can be ionized and it gives the basicity of an acid. For suppose if three POH bonds are there, all those three hydrogens can be ionizable. Basicity is 3 and it is a tribasic acid. But whereas if any of the acid is having pH, means hydrogen is directly attached to the phosphorus central atom, that hydrogen cannot be ionized and we cannot consider that hydrogen under basicity. Understood? So all these acids contains at least one PO bond and one POH bond. Okay, right. So let's talk about the first one, hypophosphorus or phosphinic acid, which is having formula H3PO2. What is the first acid we have? Hypophosphorus or phosphinic acid. Hypophosphorus or phosphinic acid having formula H3PO2. Okay, so let's talk about the structure. Generally, I told you tetrahedrally how it can be surrounded. Just you can observe, not only there, here also. So here H, and it is having OH connected here to the O, connected here to the OH, connected here to the H, here to the OH. Understood, right? So this is called tetrahedral arrangement. That is said to be a tetrahedral arrangement, you can say, right? A tetrahedral arrangement, you can observe it like this. Simply, a tetrahedral arrangement can be observed. So it is a structure. How many pH bonds are there? Two pH bonds are there, and one POH bond is there, and one P double bond O is there. Actually, this structural elucidation is very important for competitive examination. How you have to frame the structure? It's very simple. Phosphorus maximum it can form 5 bonds. Phosphorus maximum it can form 5 bonds. Check it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Accordingly you frame the structure. Right? Formula you have to remember, of course. If you remember the formula, you can frame the structure. You can identify how many PO bonds, how many pH bonds, how many POH bonds. Here only one hydrogen can be ionized, so it is an example of a monobasic acid. Its basicity is equal to 1, as one hydrogen can be ionized, remaining two hydrogens cannot be ionized, which are directly connected or attached to phosphorus. Its oxidation state is +1. Its oxidation state is +1, basicity is equal to 1, that is H3PO2. Hypophosphorus acid or phosphenic acid, formula is H3PO2. Clear? Now let's talk about the preparation of this hypophosphorus acid. Preparation of hypophosphorus acid, if you observe it. Preparation of hypophosphorus acid, how do you prepare? By heating baryta solution. By heating the baryta solution with white phosphorus. This is white phosphorus, barium hydroxide, that is baryta solution, and you will get a barium hypophosphite as a precipitate. That barium hypophosphite is treated furtherly with H2SO4. With H2SO4 you will get a filtrate as well as insoluble PPT. It is PPT, and you will get excuse me, hypophosphorus acid as a filtrate. Hypophosphorus acid as a filtrate. Hope it is clear for you. It is a one preparation method we have. Generally, I told you, whenever H bonds are there, pH bonds are present, in such cases, it can act as a good reducing agent. It can act as a good reducing agent. As I mentioned it, H3PO2, how it can be ionized? It can be ionized as H plus and H2PO2 minus. Hypophosphite ion will be formed. And as well as if it is heated, and strongly heating, if you observe it, right? So it will give phosphine, means H3PO4 plus PH3 will get it. H3PO3 plus PH3. On strong heating, hypophosphorus acid, it will give H3PO4 and phosphine. As I told you, pH bonds are present. Because of it, it can act as a strong reducing agent. Sometimes they will ask you the reducing character of these oxy acids. The one which is having more pH bonds can act as a strong reducing agent. So few of the reducing reactions, if you observe it, it can convert AgNO3 to Az, means Az plus 1, Az oxidation state here it is 0, right? It can convert AgNO3 to Az, means H3PO2, hypophosphorus acid. If you make it to react with a silver nitrate solution, it will give you Az plus H3PO4 and HNO3 and HNO3, 4 AgNO3 here. So AgNO3 can be converted into Az. Okay, it reduces AgNO3 to Az. Similarly, you can take it reduces mercuric chloride to mercury, right? So similarly, chlorine to Cl minus, Similarly, Cu2 plus can be reduced to Cu plus. All these can be done by which reducing agent? Hypophosphorus acid. It is a simple data of hypophosphorus acid. Hope it is clear for you, right? Let's move on to the next oxy acid, which is very important for us, that is orthophosphorus acid. Orthophosphorus means H3PO3 or phosphonic acid. Previous one is phosphonic. Previous one here you have I, but here we have O. Observe the difference. It is phosphonic H3PO3, which is the most familiar acid for us. Generally, phosphorus, phosphoric acid are most familiar acids. If you observe that one pH bond is present, here you can see same tetrahedral structure, one pH bond. First count the phosphorus bonds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One pH bond, two POH bonds and one PO bond. So how many hydrogens can be ionizable? Two hydrogens can be ionizable. So it is an example of dibasic acid. Its basicity is equal to 2 and its oxidation state is plus 3. Its oxidation state is plus 3. Okay, how it can be prepared? How it can be prepared? So it can be prepared by treating P2O3. P2O3 with 3H2O gives you 2H3PO3. Means hydrolysis of P2O3 or P4O6, anything. You can say that hydrolysis of P2O3 or P4O6, which can give you phosphorus acid, orthophosphorus acid. Similarly, hydrolysis of PCl3. Hydrolysis of PCl3 also will give orthophosphorus acid, that is H3PO3. Clear? And you can normally if you heat it, hypophosphorus acid also will give phosphorus acid. That is also another preparation method you can take it. Okay, as well as the phosphine it will give along with it. Okay, let's talk about the properties. Properties, if you see, if it is strongly heated, H3PO3, if it is strongly heated, that H3PO3 can be converted into PH3 plus H3PO4. It is action of heat, you can say. Action of heat. Few reactions are very important. Among them, it is one of the reaction. See, if you observe it here, whenever if you heated, this orthophosphorus acid can be disproportionated. Disproportionated to H3PO4, orthophosphoric acid and PH3. Okay, orthophosphorus acid and orthophosphoric acid and phosphine. See here, what is the oxidation state? Plus 3. Here it can be oxidation state is plus 5. Okay, excuse me. Here oxidation state is minus 3. So plus 3 has been changed to plus 5. Increase in oxidation number, oxidation. Plus 3 has been changed to minus 3. Decrease in oxidation number, reduction. A single substance can undergo oxidation and reduction in a reaction. That reaction is called disproportionation reaction. So upon heating, phosphorus acid, orthophosphorus acid can be disproportionated to H3PO4 and PH3. It is a very important reaction. Okay, is it clear for you? Right? Okay. So now, as I told you, whenever pH bond is present, it can act as a reducing agent. Similarly, here also one pH bond is present. One pH bond is present in H3PO3. So it also can act as a reducing agent, but it is a weak reducing agent compared to hypophosphorus acid. Observe it. Why? Because only one pH bond is present. So it also can convert Cu2 plus to Cu, AgNO3 to Ag, HgCl2 can be converted into Hg2Cl2. Okay, I2, iodine to Hi. Okay, similarly KMnO4 can be converted into Mn2 plus. All these conversions can be possible by orthophosphorus acid, as it can act as a reducing agent. Hope it is clear. Let me erase the ink. Just give me some time. See, I'll be going in a flow. First one we had discussed H3PO2. Next we have discussed H3PO3. Yes or no? First H3PO2, that is hypophosphorus acid. Next H3PO3. Next we will discuss H3PO4. That is better to avoid confusion. Okay, I'll come back to this pyrophosphorus acid later. Just give me some time. Wait. Yeah. Orthophosphoric acid, that you can observe it here. What is the formula? H3PO4. And how many POH bonds are present? 3 POH bonds are present and 1 P double bond O bond. You can see all 3 POH bonds are present. All 3 hydrogens are ionizable in it. There is no pH bonds. So it is an example of tribasic acid. It is an example of tribasic acid and its basicity is equal to 3. Its oxidation state is +5. Its oxidation state is +5. Is it clear for you? How do you prepare orthophosphoric acid? How do you prepare orthophosphoric acid? Let's talk about the preparation methods. So first we will be talking about preparation methods. First one is hydrolysis of P4O10 with hot water. It is hot water. Hydrolysis of P4O10, phosphorus pentoxide with hot water, will give you H3PO4, phosphoric acid, orthophosphoric acid. It is the best preparation method. Similarly, you can take by heating red phosphorus. By heating red phosphorus with concentrated HNO3. Concentrated HNO3 act as a good oxidizing agent, so it can convert the phosphorus to phosphoric acid. We had discussed in properties of nitric acid. Hope you remember this. H3PO4 plus H2O, 4H2 will get it, plus 20 NO2. Nitric acid can oxidize the phosphorus to phosphoric acid. Like that also we can prepare, phosphoric acid. So if you observe that H3PO3, in H3PO3 we have taken P2O3 here, P4O6, P2O3 or P4O6. Here we have taken P4O10 plus 6H2 giving rise to 4H3PO4. In previous acid, orthophosphorus acid, we have taken PCl3, but here you can take PCl5 also. Hydrolysis of phosphorus pentachloride, PCl5 plus 4H2O giving rise to H3PO4 plus 5HCl. H3PO4 plus 5HCl. Like that also you can prepare. Understood? Or else another preparation method we have, by action of concentrated sulfuric acid on calcium phosphate. Calcium phosphate, it gives calcium sulfate plus phosphoric acid. Calcium sulfate plus phosphoric acid. Clear? These are the preparation methods we can say. And properties, if you observe it, as I mentioned it, orthophosphoric acid is an example of tribasic acid. So it can be ionized to 3H plus and PO4 3 minus. PO4 3 minus means phosphate ion. Phosphate ion. PO4 3 minus means phosphate ion. So how it can be ionized in a stepwise, if you check it, H3PO4, initially it can be ionized as H2PO4 minus and H plus. But suppose if this acid is reacting with a base like NaOH, so what type of salt can be formed? NaH2PO4. Understood? Sodium dihydrogen phosphate, primary salt. This is said to be primary salt. So furtherly what will happen? If it furtherly it can be ionized as HPO4 2 minus and another H plus, means 2H plus. And what is the corresponding salt? Na2HPO4. Disodium hydrogen phosphate, it is secondary salt. If it is furtherly ionized, children, what you will get it? Finally, PO4 3 minus and 3H plus. Okay, normal or tertiary salt you will get it, that is sodium phosphate. Sodium phosphate, this is normal or tertiary salt. See, generally, if you take it, 3 salts has been obtained here: NaH2PO4, Na2HPO4, Na3PO4. They will ask in such a way which of among these salts are acidic salts. Which of the following are acidic salts? See here, still hydrogens are present, so they can behave as acids, but here there is no hydrogen. Hence, these two, sodium dihydrogen phosphate, disodium hydrogen phosphate, are acidic salts. But Na3PO4 is neutral salt. Totally, all hydrogens has been ionized. That's the reason it is an example of a neutral salt. Such type of questions they will ask. See, very important points we used to discuss in the middle of the explanation. Please observe it carefully. Okay, let me erase this. Hope you understand, children. Is it clear for you? So few points actually I am stressing it which are not there in the PowerPoint presentation. I am writing it clearly. Please make a notes or use this video as a notes. It is more than enough for your NEET and JEE preparation. Is that clear? Right. So before going into it, another important point which is not mentioned here, that is action of heat. Action of heat. Observe it carefully, children. Action of heat, if you observe it, I am taking phosphoric acid, orthophosphoric acid. If it is heated, at 250 degrees Celsius, it loses water molecule. It forms H4P2O7, pyrophosphoric acid. But on strong heating, means if you still continue heating, it will give you metaphosphoric acid. It gives you metaphosphoric acid at 600 degrees Celsius. Temperature conditions are very important. Orthophosphoric acid gives pyrophosphoric acid at 250 degrees Celsius, but at 600 degrees Celsius it gives you HPO3. Or else the same reaction I can write it in such a way, H3PO4, excuse me, orthophosphoric acid, if it is heated up to 600 degrees Celsius, it gives you metaphosphoric acid plus H2. Metaphosphoric acid plus H2. Understood? This is a very important reaction. Generally, they used to ask it. Clear, children? Right? So, it is one of the acid. It cannot act as a reducing agent as there are no pH bonds in it. Hope it is clear for you. So far we have done H3PO2, H3PO3, H3PO4. Clear? Means with H3 we have done. Check it. Hypophosphorus, orthophosphorus, orthophosphoric. Now it will be very easy to go for next series of acids. These three you can take one series of acids. Next series of acids, what we are going to take it? H4. Okay. H4 we will be taking it. Just give me some time. Yeah. Orthophosphorus acid we have done. No? No. This is done, right? Now we will be going with series called H4P2O5, H4P2O6, H4P2O7. Understood? So here also I have written H3PO2, H3PO3, H3PO4 done. These three. Next series we have H4P2O5, P2O5, H4P2O6, H4P2O7. Okay? Don't get confused about it. It's very simple. Okay, no need to confuse about it. It's very simple. Pyrophosphorus acid. What is the formula? H4P2O5. H4P2O5. We'll talk about it, in a brief way. Nothing much about it. H4P2O5. How many pH bonds are there? 2 pH bonds that you can check in this structure. 2 POH bonds, 2 P double bond O bonds. But here the new type of bond we have added, that is POP bond. So POP bond is also present in H4P2O5. Generally in pyro type of acids, not only here, okay, not only in pyrophosphorus acid, you can see it in other pyro acids also. So these are 2 pH bonds. So these cannot be ionized, but these two can be ionized. So 2 hydrogens are there which can be ionized, dibasic acid. These two are present, so it can act as a reducing agent. Oxidation state of phosphorus is +3, children. Oxidation state is +3. Understand? So pyrophosphorus acid, simply how it can be prepared? by treating PCl3 with orthophosphorus acid. PCl3, if it is treated with orthophosphorus acid solution, it gives you pyrophosphorus acid, formula H4P2O5. H4P2O5 plus HCl. Hope it is clear? Right. Next, hypophosphoric acid. Pyro, hypo, next, okay, pyro only but phosphoric, that is. Pyrophosphorus H4P2O5, hypophosphoric H4P2O6, pyrophosphoric H4P2O7. Let's talk about this hypophosphoric acid, formula H4P2O6. H4P2O6. So how many POH bonds are there? 4 POH bonds are there. See, 4 POH bonds, 2 PO bonds. Only one PP bond is there. There is no POP bond here. It's not pyro. That's why. Okay. Oxidation state is +4. Oxidation state is +4. Next one, we have the preparation. Preparation of methods are very rare. That's why they are not mentioned. H4P2O6 properties, if you just see, if it is heated, it gets converted into orthophosphorus acid. Orthophosphorus acid, and you will get metaphosphoric acid. And you will get metaphosphoric acid. Clear? This is we have done already. Orthophosphoric acid we have done. In detailed explanation we have done. Yeah, this is what we are going to discuss it next. Pyrophosphoric acid, very important one, children. H4P2O7. We'll go for in detail discussion about this. Pyrophosphoric acid, what is the formula? H4P2O7. See, here you can see POP bond is present. One POP bond, two PO bonds, 4 POH bonds. 4 POH bonds, and it is having oxidation state of +5, and it is an example of tetrabasic acid. It is an example of tetrabasic acid. Why? There are 4 hydrogens which can be ionizable, hence it is an example of a tetrabasic acid. Pyrophosphoric acid is an example of a tetrabasic acid. Hope it is clear, children. So now how it can be prepared? Just now I have told you in orthophosphoric acid properties, pyrophosphoric acid can be prepared by heating orthophosphoric acid at 250 degrees Celsius. If it is heated up to 600 degrees Celsius, it gives you, metaphosphoric acid. Okay, if it is heated up to 250 degrees Celsius, it gives you H4P2O7, that is pyrophosphoric acid. Understood the point? By heating phosphoric acid at 250 degrees Celsius, it will give you pyrophosphoric acid. As well as by heating, another preparation method we have, by heating an equimolecular mixture of ortho and metaphosphoric acids. Ortho and metaphosphoric acids at 100 degrees Celsius. Means if you take H3PO4 plus HPO3, H3PO4 plus HPO3 at 100 degrees Celsius will give you H4P2O7. Will give you H4P2O7. Orthophosphoric acid plus metaphosphoric acid will give you H4P2O7. Is it clear for you? Right? So, but they gave directly, but I will discuss a few properties also. Acidic nature, when we talk about it, I told you it is strong acid. Compared to orthophosphoric acid also, it is stronger acid than orthophosphoric acid. Tetrabasic acid, no, it is a stronger acid. It neither possesses oxidizing or reducing property. There are no pH bonds, children. There are no pH bonds, that's the reason. But whenever H4P2O7, if it is heated, strongly heated, on strong heating, red hot, strong heating in this is red hot, it will give you metaphosphoric acid plus H2. All these can be used as a preparation. Okay, pyrophosphoric acid, upon heating it will be metaphosphoric acid. Similarly, orthophosphoric acid also up to heating 600 degrees Celsius will give you metaphosphoric acid. Understood? So last oxo acid we have metaphosphoric acid. It is existing in the form of a polymer. It is existing in the form of a polymer, that is polymetaphosphoric acid. What is that? Polymetaphosphoric acid having a formula that is HPO3 all taken twice N. It is a polymetaphosphoric acid. Understood? So generally metaphosphoric acid formula is HPO3. HPO3 is metaphosphoric acid. Although metaphosphoric acid is written as a monomer, but neither the acid nor its salts are monomeric. Neither the acid nor its salts are monomeric. Actually, the sharing of oxygen atoms are there, no, between the tetrahedral, phosphorus atoms. These POP links, if you see, give rise to chain or ring structures. This is a chain structure, or else you can see they can give a ring structure also. Such a way, observe the structure carefully. Excuse me. P. Simply all POP bonds. POP, 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 3 POP bonds. Understood? 3 POP bonds you take it. For every phosphorus, just give it OH double bond. OH double bond. That's all. It's very simple, no? Right? So it is HPO3 taken thrice. HPO3 taken thrice means trimer. I think so. In previous year, JEE also they have asked questions. In cyclic trimer, it is a cyclic trimer of metaphosphoric acid. How many POH bonds are there? Cyclic trimer of metaphosphoric acid. Formula HPO3 taken thrice. POH bonds 1, 2, 3. Right? 2, 3 POH bonds. POP bonds are how many? 3. POP, POP, POP. And how many PO bonds? 1, 2, 3. All are 3, everything. Is it clear? So that is polymetaphosphoric acid, you can say. And this polymetaphosphoric acid, how it can be prepared, children? It can be prepared by heating a mixture of crystalline phosphorus acid. Crystalline phosphorus acid, you can say crystalline phosphorus acid and Br2 in a sealed tube. Crystalline phosphorus acid and Br2 in a sealed tube means H3PO3 phosphorus acid plus Br2 will give you HPO3 metaphosphoric acid plus HBr. Understood? That is one preparation method. Just now I have told you another one, heating H3PO4, if it is heated up to 600 degrees Celsius, it gives metaphosphoric acid HPO3 plus H2. Similarly, H4P2O7 also, pyrophosphoric acid, if it is strong heating, on strong heating it will give you metaphosphoric acid 2HPO3 plus H2. That is also you can take it. Understood? By dissolving P2O5 or P4O10 in cold water, not in hot water. Hot water means you will get phosphoric acid, orthophosphoric acid. Observe it carefully. Right? So it will give you in cold water, that means at 0 degrees Celsius, it gives you metaphosphoric acid. Right? Metaphosphoric acid. Children, it is a transparent glassy solid, and that's why it is also known as glacial phosphoric acid. Glacial phosphoric acid. Hope it is clear. All these are the properties you can say. All these are the properties you can say. And these points we have already done it. So these are the oxo acids of phosphorus we have. So simply how you can remember it? First, H3 series. H3PO2, increase the number of oxygens. H3PO3, H3PO4. Similarly, H4P2. Number of everything we are increasing. H4P2, O5, H4P2, O6, H4P2, O7. And simply we have HPO3. Right? So hypophosphorus, orthophosphorus, orthophosphoric. It is pyrophosphorus. It is pyrophosphoric. It is hypophosphoric. Understood? So these are the oxy acids of phosphorus we have, and structural elucidation, preparation and properties, a clear cut explanation is done. A clear cut explanation is done. Hope you understand, children. It is a very important topic, children, for competitive examination also, and please revise it after the completion of this topic. Once you watch the video, then revise it from your uh, textbooks, or revise it from NCERT or from the reference books. And I'll make you a video also on deleted portion of PU as well as CBSE. I'll make it soon. As you know, because of the pandemic, they have deleted some of the portion. How many topics they have been removed, how many chapters they have been removed. I'll make a detailed video soon. You will get a better idea for your preparation. Is it clear for you? Hope you understand. If you like the video, please click on the like button. If you have any doubts, please post it in the comment box. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and it will be a support to me, and share it to your friends about our channel. We will be giving a free chemistry course for both class 11 and class 12, right? So if you have already subscribed, please click on the bell icon for further notifications and videos. So until then, signing off, take care, bye bye children.